Fever is an early sign of disease, but you only get the infection if you're exposed to someone's body fluids. And that happens a bit later, usually the second or third day.
You've now traveled that exact route. Do you believe we can stop this disease at the border?
Well, the amount of screening that takes place when you leave Liberia is pretty incredible. I had my temperature taken 3 times before I boarded the plane. Someone looked me in the eye to see if I looked sick, and I had a detailed questionnaire. And so that makes me feel a little more comfortable that people who are sick aren't getting on the plane. But if I were taking Tylenol or another product to reduce my fever, that wouldn't show up. And if I didn't tell honestly, like Mr. Duncan, about exposures to someone with Ebola, that would be another slip in the system. That's why it's so incredibly important we knock this disease out in West Africa so that we're safer here.
Well, we want to thank you, Dr. Richard Besser, and your producer, Adam Desiderio, for your phenomenal, brave reporting. We're so happy to have you home.
Thank you.
And we move on next to the fight against ISIS, stepping up tonight with U.S. helicopter attacks near Baghdad. Those attacks come as the parents of a young American aid worker held captive by ISIS make an emotional plea for his life. ABC's chief investigative reporter Brian Ross has the story.
The ISIS reign of terror marched on today, despite new U.S. airstrikes. And for the first time today, the U.S. sent in Apache helicopters to attack ISIS positions outside Baghdad, a clear escalation of the risk to U.S. personnel.
When you start using helicopters, you're down lower to the ground, you're closer to the threat. ISIS has been shooting down Iraqi helicopters, so the level of risk to U.S. air crews has gone up exponentially in the use of helicopters.
There was no word today about the fate of American hostage Peter Kassig of Indiana, threatened with execution on an ISIS propaganda video late Friday. Over the weekend, his parents, Ed and Paula, pleaded for mercy, revealing their son had willingly converted to Islam during his captivity.
Our son is Abdul Rahman, formerly known as Peter.
Kassig, a former U.S. Army Ranger medic, went to Syria to provide medical care, seen in a CNN report 2 years ago.
We each get one life, and that's it. You get one shot at this.
Kassig's mother, wearing a headscarf, spoke directly to her son.
Most of all, know that we love you, and our hearts ache for you to be granted your freedom so we can hug you again.
U.S. and British authorities are now analyzing this latest video of Kassig, questioning whether the man in the black mask is the same purported executioner known as Jihad John in earlier ISIS videos.
And Brian Ross joins us now. And Brian, we're ramping up these attacks against ISIS. They keep firing back with these videos. How is it that we haven't gotten them yet?
Well, they use throwaway email addresses and other tricks to hide or obscure their precise location. And as of tonight, U.S. authorities tell us they don't really know where the hostages are. That includes Kassig and at least 14 others and 1 American woman among them.
Brian Ross, thank you. We move on now to the extreme weather here. Torrid heat in the west and frosty cold in the east. In Wisconsin, snow, leaving behind a big surprise for the driver of this car. And meantime, in San Francisco, this woman dousing her head to stay cool. ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano is here. And Rob, does it stay extreme?
Well, fall is a season for extreme temperatures. The atmosphere trying to transition into winter. Take a look at some of these numbers. Tomorrow morning across the Northeast, frost and freeze advisories are out. 46 in Boston, 37 in Binghamton. By contrast, out west, it's been hot all week long and weekend long. This was the 4th day in a row where Los Angeles had 90-plus degree heat. This all strengthens the jet stream, and that's going to spawn some severe weather tomorrow. Folks from Little Rock to Memphis to Nashville will all be under the gun for strong winds and possibly some large hail. All of this while it's still hurricane season.
And you're following another one.
Yeah, we've got our 8th major hurricane of the season for the Eastern Pacific. This is Simon. Thankfully, it will be weakening. That's a record, by the way, 8 of them. It'll go into the Baja. The moisture from this will stream into the U.S., Arizona, New Mexico. They don't really need the rain there. But if we can get into North Texas, Dallas could really use some moisture.
Rob Marciano, thank you. And there is news about another health scare tonight. Enterovirus 68, the new strain of the virus sweeping the nation. Confirmed or suspected cases now in 46 states since it first appeared in August. 7 states investigating 28 cases of paralysis that may be associated with the virus. And now the first confirmed death directly caused by this mysterious disease. A 4-year-old boy. His parents speaking out tonight. Here's ABC's Mara Schiavocampo. Crowds of pro-democracy protesters are standing firm in the face of the government's deadline for them to go home. And tonight, the question, who will make the first move? ABC's Mohammed Leela is with those demonstrators in the streets.
Rebecca, it's almost sunrise here in Hong Kong, and that is the deadline the government has set for protesters to clear the streets. But look behind me. The tents are still up and the protesters aren't going anywhere. They're fighting for what they call a full democracy. They want the right to be able to elect their own leaders. The central government in Beijing says, sure, they can have elections, but they can only vote for candidates that have been pre-approved by Beijing. Protesters say that is not good enough, and they're willing to stay here and fight until they get the right to choose whoever they want. Now, this has been called the umbrella revolution because early on, protesters used umbrellas to deflect tear gas canisters when they were attacked by police. No one knows what's going to happen once this deadline expires, but many people here are expecting a new round of violence. And what happens over the next few hours is critical for Hong Kong's future. Rebecca.
Mohammed Leela, thank you. Turning now to Florida, where tonight 2 people are recovering from shark bites that they got on the same stretch of beach within just minutes of each other. Both suffering light injuries, but it might have been much worse since they were surfing on a beach that is nicknamed the shark attack capital of the world. Here's AV.